Hello class. Today we're going to be learning about latitude and longitude. So I want to start by talking about this word coordinates, all right, or coordinate. If you and your friends want to coordinate and meet at a certain location, let's say Rochambeau at 8:45 a.m. to get to first period on class, that means that you and all your friends will come together to this one location at this one specific time to meet, right, to coordinate. In the case of latitude and longitude, latitude is a line that runs east-west, but it separates areas that are north from areas that are south of that specific latitude or line. A longitude line runs north-south, right? But it separates things that are east from west. Sorry, I'm doing this backwards so then you can see it normal. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of this. This is a line that runs north-south, right? So the line runs up and down. If I stand on this side of the line, I am in the east. And if I stand on this side of the line, I am in the west. So this line is now separating areas that are east or further east from areas that are west or further west of the line. Now, on this number line, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Imagine this is like a football field, all right? So this is a football field. So I put this guy standing on the 1 yard line, right? So the 1 yard line, no matter whether he runs towards the east or towards the west, he is still on the 1 yard line. So this is like a line of latitude. We like to say latitude, flatitude. These lines are flat across. So no matter whether I run east or west, right, I am going to be on 1. But once I cross this line to the next line, I have now gone north, even farther north, even farther north, even farther north. So the hardest thing about this might be the fact that the lines that run across this way separate areas that are north from areas that are south. All right, so here is what you like to think of as the world map, right? It makes a lot of sense. There's, North America, Africa, Asia, all the continents and the oceans. But this is really what a map is. A map is really just the 4 quadrants that you would see in an algebra or a geometry course, all right? And we are going to understand that if we cover up everything beneath the equator, all of this is the north. And these lines here, they are going to be going north or even more north. So the lines that run across, as we pass by these, we are going more and more north. So the lines that run across show us the lines that are either north or south, right? So the south or more south. And the lines are going to be the ones that we cross that are sideways to show us that it's more south. Same thing with east and west. If I go to the west of the prime meridian or the middle line, and I go further west, then I'm more west, which are separated by the lines in the orange. So let's take a look at this quadrant, all right? So in this case, this is going to be the equator. This is going to be the prime meridian, and this is going to be 1 degree north, 2 degrees north, 3 degrees north, 4 degrees north. This will be 1 degree east, 2 degrees east, 3 degrees east, 4 degrees east. So we're going to find the coordinates of these 2 locations, and then you'll do the rest on your own. So, what is the coordinate of this? So, just so you know, we always start with north or south first, and then we'll talk about east or west. So in this case, this is the equator. How many lines up is the blue dot? This is going to be 1, 2, 3 degrees north. And then how far east is it? This is going to be 1, 2 degrees east. So the blue dot is going to be 3 degrees north, 2 degrees east. And then the yellow dot is also 1, 2, 3 degrees north of the equator, but it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees east of the prime meridian. So it's 3 degrees north and then 5 degrees east. Try these two out on your own. Figure out the green dot and the orange dot. So you should be all set with that. The green dot is going to be 2 degrees north, 3 degrees east, and this is going to be 0 degrees north or 0 degrees south, depending on whatever you want, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3 degrees east. Let's try something out that's a little bit more complicated, the other quadrant. So in this case, we're going to be moving south on these lines and west on these lines. Okay, so let's try these first two together. I have a blue dot and a yellow dot. So first, remember, we always say either north or south first. So here's the equator. We're going to count 1, 2 degrees south. And then for this one, we're going to be for this one over here, we're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 degrees west. All right? So 2 degrees south, 6 degrees west. For the yellow one, we're going to be 1, 2, 3 degrees south, and then from the prime meridian, 2 degrees west. So 3 degrees south, 2 degrees west. Try out the yellow and the orange. So for the yellow, we're going to be 1 degree south, 2 degrees west. And for the orange, we are going to be 2 degrees south, 4 degrees west. All right? So if we look at something like this, this is just our globe, right? So if we have something that's over here, this is going to be north of the equator and east of the prime meridian. And for over here, we're going to be south of the equator and west of the prime meridian. Just like how we saw this, it's the same basic idea. It's just it's on the globe, okay? So that's the basic intro to latitude and longitude. What I want you to try now are these 4 locations, okay? So try out these 4 locations. All right, so we'll go over these, and this is going to be our final step. So this is the equator, which separates areas that are north from areas that are south. Here's the prime meridian that separates areas that are west from areas that are east. If you forget west versus east, it always spells we. So W, E, we. It does not spell ew. It does not go E, W, right? It's not gross, it's just we. W and E. So the green is going to be 60 degrees north. So it's 60 degrees north of the equator. And it's going to be 60 degrees east of the prime meridian. For the orange dot, it is 30 degrees north and 30 degrees west. So west of the prime meridian. For the blue, it's going to be 30 degrees south, and let me just follow this line very carefully. I believe that's 90 degrees west, right? This is all W, this is all E, west and east. And for this is going to be 30 degrees south and 30 degrees east. All right? So hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to give you guys a coloring worksheet that's going to explain the rest.